SFC TV Studios in Toronto, Canada. This is Jeopardy! And we're going to now do Game 6 of my, of Jeopardy for the Nintendo 64 here on the Game Show Fun Zone. And it's been a pretty good run so far, because in 5 games I've racked up a grand total of $40,000.
Welcome to your
Since I've reached 5 wins, that means there's going to be a Tournament of Champions somewhere down the road. But that's not going to be until later on. Right now, let's just worry about today's game. Here we go, Jeopardy round. $100 answers at the top, $500 answers at the bottom, and we have these categories to deal with. Mammals, the 1990s, state capitals, films of the 60s, seafood, and nicknames.
Make a selection.
Mendota, Monona, Kanganza, and Wabasa are the 4 lakes of this Wisconsin capital.
Right. Select again.
State capitals for 200. It's the capital of the Garden State. It's just that. There we go. And we needed Trenton.
Pick again.
State capitals for 300. In October, an apple butter festival is held at the Carl G. Fenner Arboretum in this Michigan capital. Okay. Okay.
Right.
State capitals for 400. It's nicknamed the Green Mountain City. This is Montpelier.
Right.
Yes.
Make a selection.
Nicknames for 100. King Louis V of this country was such a sluggard that he was known as Louis the Do-Nothing. Spain?
Gosh, that's
No,
wrong.
sorry.
Anyone else?
What is France?
You got it.
Yes, that's what we
Make a
need.
selection.
City capital is 500. The Gastineau Salmon Hatchery is an attraction in this city that lies along the Gastineau Channel. Okay, Gastineau Salmon Hatchery. Okay, what is Juneau?
That's right.
Mel Double only scored $1,000. Nicknames 200. Auto manufacturer William C. Durant was founder and the general of this company. I'll say what is Dodge. No. Okay, what is Ford? No.
Sorry, wrong. Anyone else?
Oh, General Motors.
Select again.
This magician's ease in slipping out of handcuffs won him the title the Handcuff King. And he had Harry Houdini.
Pick again.
Alright, seafood 100. Very large koi hogs, a type of these, are good for chowder. Chowder... There are clams?
That's right. Select again.
Seafood 200. The soft shell type of this is caught just after molting. When its shell is so thin, it can be eaten. And they are crabs.
Pick again.
Seafood 300. This vine-garred rice and raw seafood dish is seasoned with wasabi, a horseradish-like powder. Vinegared. Sushi.
Select again.
Sushi. Let's go to 1990s for 100. 10 years of restoration work on the ceiling of this chapel was completed in 1990. What is the Sistine Chapel?
That's a correct response.
Yes.
Select again.
1990 is 200. In 1994, the men convicted in the bombing of this New York City complex were each sentenced to 240 years in prison. Monty. There's the Chrysler Building. No, sorry.
Wrong. Anyone else?
And it's the World Trade Center that we needed.
Pick again.
1990 is 300. In April 1992, the World's Fair opened in Seville, and Euro Disney opened in a suburb of this city. And it opened in Paris.
Select again.
1990s for 400. In 1990, after many years of delays, this telescope was finally put into orbit. What is the Hubble telescope?
You got it.
Yes.
Select again.
1990s for 500. In 1991, Terry Anderson's 2,455-day ordeal finally ended when his captors released him in this country. They released him in good old Lebanon.
Pick again.
Alright, let's go with nicknames for 400. Some say Martha Jane Canary earned this nickname because she often caused catastrophes. Monty. What is Calamity Jane?
Right.
Yes.
Make a selection.
600. Shirley Eaton was the Gilded Girl in this 1964 James Bond film. Monty. What is Goldfinger?
You got it.
Yes.
Select
Todd
again.
with Jen for second place. Mammal's 100. Jumbuck is an Australian term for this woolly mammal. Okay,
That's a correct response. Make a selection.
nicknames for 500. Gangster Benjamin Siegel preferred to be called Ben. This famous nickname made him go ballistic. That nickname was Bugsy.
Make a selection.
Seafood 400. This bivalve is eaten raw or in such dishes as Hangtown Fry and Angels on Horseback. Collagen? Or muscles? No, that's not correct.
Anyone else?
That is incorrect. They are oysters. Oysters. Seafood 500. Kombu, a dry type of this seaweed, is essential in making dashi soup stock. Okay. What is kelp?
That's right.
All right.
Select again.
$2,000. Two categories still in play. Films of the 60s, 200. Wilfred Brambell played Paul's grandfather, a clean old man, in this first Beatles film. It was A Hard Day's Night.
You got it.
That's correct.
Make a selection.
From 6300. Kirk Douglas is trained at the Gladiator School of Baptistus in this Stanley Kubrick film. Spartacus.
Make a selection.
Very good film. Okay, mammals for 200. The longest tusks ever measured for this mammal were over 11 feet. What is the elephant?
That's right.
Yes!
Make a selection.
It's either elephant or walrus, and I chose the right one. Mammals 300. There are only two species of this wild mammal. Canis lupus and Canis rufus. It's the wolf. The wolf.
Make a selection.
Mammals for 400, please. Found in Florida, this endangered sea cow is protected by law. And it's the manatee.
Make a selection.
Films of the 60s for 400. Though her boots were made for walking, she was a biker named Mike in The Wild Angels. Nancy Sinatra. I think she's really the Frank Sinatra.
Make a selection.
Two clues left. Films of the 60s, 500.
Answer.
The answer there is the Daily Double. Okay, I am just going to go for 200. Here's the answer. This 1967 Faye Dunaway Warren Beatty film launched a wave of nostalgia for 1930s fashions. I don't know.
No, I'm sorry, that's wrong.
We needed Bonnie and Clyde.
Make a selection.
Alright, let's take a look at the last clue, which is in mammals. Fallow, marsh, and white-tailed are species of this mammal. And they are types of deer. Types of deer. Alright, that brings us to the end of the Jeopardy round. Let's get into Double Jeopardy, shall we?
Two daily doubles in this round of play.
Alright, there's the scores. Jen's going to select first from these categories. Government and politics. Europe. Photography. 19th century America. Literature. Good subject. And the last one is history.
Make a selection.
And there are those two daily doubles up there, of course. Thaddeus Stevens, who led the fight for this president's impeachment, was so frail he had to be carried to the trial.
You got it.
Andrew Johnson, yes. 19th century America, 400. In 1838, this man who later bought Alaska was elected governor of New York.
That's right.
Up to 2,600 now. Is that correct response? Of 19th century America, 6. In 1856, the first bridge for these vehicles over the Mississippi opened between Rock Island, Illinois, and Davenport, Iowa.
You got
There are
it.
trains. Yes, that's right. Near the end of a session of Congress, a president may use this kind of veto by simply not signing. Monty? What is a pocket veto?
Right.
You're right. You go to 500, your selection.
Answer.
19th century America, 800, and there's one of the two daily doubles in this round. In the 1870s, this party divided into two factions, half-breed stalwarts.
That's right.
Republicans, that's right.
Select again.
You're 200. On January 1st, 1979, this country created the Canton of Jura. Jen? What is Switzerland?
That's right.
Yes.
Make a selection.
History 200. On his fourth voyage to the New World, he landed in Costa Rica and gave it its name. I'll say who was Christopher Columbus.
You got it.
And that's correct.
Make a selection.
History for 400. In 1603, Japanese warrior Tokugawa Ieyasu assumed this title. What is Shogun?
You got it.
Yep, that's the title.
Make a selection.
Fur trapper scout Jim Bridger discovered this body of water in late 1824. And he discovered the Great Salt Lake.
Make a selection.
Europe 400. This rocky site is known as the key to the Mediterranean. What is Gibraltar?
That's right.
That's correct.
Make a selection.
History 6. This King of England was the only child of Mary, Queen of Scots. Monty. What was Edward II?
No, sorry.
No, that's incorrect.
Anyone else?
Jen, the last second. James the First.
That's right.
That's who we
Make a
needed.
selection.
Photography for 200. In 1955, Henri Cartier-Bresson became the first photographer to have an exhibit in this French museum.
You got it. Make a selection.
Photography 400. Most SLR single lens reflex cameras use this size film. Monty. That's 35mm?
Right.
Yes.
Make a selection.
300. From 1516 to 1918, Jordan was a part of this empire. The Holy Roman Empire? Sorry,
That's
no.
right. Anyone else?
Monty. The Ottoman Empire?
You got it.
Yes.
Select again.
Literature 200. After leaping from a boat, Pip, a cabin boy, is picked up by the Pequod in this novel. Monty? Where's Moby Dick?
That's a correct response.
Yes, that's what we
Select
needed.
again.
Photography for 600. A sensitometer measures photographic film sensitivity to this. There's the light.
You got it.
Yes.
Make a selection.
Photography 800. A 1916 trip to Yosemite inspired him to photograph the American wilderness. Jen. Who's Clyde Butcher? No, sorry.
Wrong. Anyone else?
Ansel Adams was who we needed.
Make a selection.
In 1877, Edward Muybridge's photos proved at one point, when it runs, all four of its feet are off the ground. And it's a horse.
Make a
Of
selection.
course. History 1000. As intermediary, this North African country helped secure the 1981 release of U.S. hostages in Iran. Jen. And it's Algeria?
You got it.
Yes.
Make a selection.
Literature 400. But Gentlemen Marry Brunettes was Anita Lou's follow-up to this novel. It is Does gentlemen prefer blondes?
That's a correct response. Make a selection.
Literature 6. Uriah Heep is the hypocritical villain in this Charles Dickens story. Is David Copperfield.
You got it. Select again.
Let's go for 6. The Danish national one is the Dannebrog, brog being Old Danish for cloth. Oh. Here's the flag.
That's right. Select again.
Europe 800. To the French, this country is Allemagne. Germany.
Select again.
Europe 1000. Albert II has been king of this country since August 9th, 1993.
Right.
Up to 6,200. Alright, let's go to Literature Free. His The Fall of the House of Usher appeared in Burton's Gentleman's Magazine, which he co-edited. Okay, who is Edgar Allan Poe?
Right.
Up to $7 grand, and let's finish off literature.
Answer.
The answer there is The Other Daily Double. Alright, let's go for 1,200. That'll put me at 8,200 if I'm right on this clue. This Hemingway novel about Jake Barnes was published in England as Fiesta. What is The Sun Also Rises?
That's a correct response.
Alright. And we still have 4 clues left in play. Government politics for 1,000. This state's controversial Prop 187 concerning illegal immigrants passed in 1994. That state is California.
Pick again.
800, please. She was Ronald Reagan's assistant for public liaison before he made her Secretary of Transportation. Okay. Who is Linda Chavez? No. Okay. Who is Elizabeth Dole?
That's a correct response.
Okay.
Select again.
2 clues left. Let's go for 600. This cabinet department's building houses the office of the Assistant Secretary for African Affairs. What is state? Alright, now the last one for 400. In 1994, this Iran-Contra figure received the GOP senatorial nomination from Virginia. It was Oliver North. Oliver North. All right, that brings us to Final Jeopardy.
For Final Jeopardy, based on what you know about this category.
Our Final Jeopardy category for today is travel and tourism. All right, let's go for 3,000. And here's today's Final Jeopardy answer. This berry farm is California's oldest amusement park. What is Knott's Berry Farm? If this is right, I'll go to 12,000. If I'm wrong, I'll go to 6,000, but I'll still win either way. Let's find out if I'm right. Jen, we start with you.
You got it.
Yeah, I'm right. So Jen's going to finish at 1950. Bonnie?
You got it.
You also said Knott's Berry Farm. You're going to finish at 2,925.
You got it.
Yep, Knott's Berry Farm for me. I had 3,000. I finish up with 12,000 for today. And now, for 6 days, $52,000.
Thank you for playing Jeopardy. Let's do it again real soon.
We will, Alex.
Thanks, players. Good game. Come on, everybody.
So my 6-game total for Jeopardy on the N64 and the Game Show Fun Zone is $52,000. And there will be a 7th game coming soon. Hope you all stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, this is the Game Show Fun Zone going off the air for right now. But we'll be back with another great game right after this.